Hi everyone, so I am getting on the YouTube trend. So there's this trend going around on YouTube called to pan those eyeshadows. And essentially you put all your eyeshadows into an Excel sheet, you get a random number generator, and you're supposed to pan the eyeshadow number that you get, and once you pan it out, you go ahead and roll over a new one. So I bought a lot of makeup during quarantine around like March, like late March. I ended up getting a lot of makeup that I don't normally have. So I've always had a very small collection and I threw a lot of things out and got some new things. Now, a lot of it is going to be Jeffree Star palettes. So this was before everything started going on regarding, the scandals and the racism and just everything going on with Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. This was before that. And now that all of that's happened, I don't condone it, but I do want to get my money's worth. I can't just throw them away, and I don't feel comfortable giving them out to other people as well, because it was kind of like my decision to buy them. And I don't necessarily want to give it to another one of my friends knowing that they don't support that either. And it's just kind of like, it was my mistake. I gotta live with it. So I'm gonna start panning a lot of those eyeshadows. So before I get any hate, I just wanted to clarify that. This is before I knew all the bullshit that was happening beforehand. And I should have really looked more into Jeffree Star and more of Shane Dawson's past, because I did not know about it. Either way, I'm ready to get started, and let's keep this intro short. Okay, so I have a total of 166 eyeshadows, and I will be seeing which eyeshadows I will be panning this month. So I'm going to choose 5, and I'm going to pick 5 random eyeshadows. So let's get started with that. So right now I have 1 through 166, and let's see what number we get. And randomize, and we have 68. So let me go ahead and look at my Excel sheet and see which eyeshadow we get. So I'm not mad at the shadow I got. The shadow I got is Ice Tray from Jeffree Star's Blue Blood palette, and here it is. It's this nice shimmery blue shade. I actually quite like this shade. It's one of my favorite ones from the palette. So I'm not very mad that that's the color that I got. As you can tell, it is, I'll go ahead and include some close-up, but as you can tell, it does not have a lot of, usage. I do have a little bit going on right there on the left-hand corner, but that's about it. So we'll see how that one goes. I do use blue eyeshadows. I feel like a lot of people don't, but I do. Not very often because they're very hard to blend. But, I mean, that's the best shade I like from the palette, so that shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so up next, let's see what else we get. 118. Okay, let's see what it is. So number 118 is Licorice from the Jawbreaker palette. I have not touched this palette. I don't even know if I've used one shade. I think I might have used one shade. I think the only one that I used was Snack and Brain Freeze, but I have barely touched this palette. Licorice is located right here. So I really like red shades. I'm not mad at the selections I'm getting so far. They're very shimmery, but this one, so far the other one was shimmery, but this one's matte. However, I like red eyeshadow on my crease, so I don't think that will be too bad. I'm very excited so far. I'm not mad at it. Oh, and I just stick my finger in it. It's fine. It's fine. I just got some on my fingers. That's all. Alright, so now for eyeshadow number 3. Let's see what we get. 70. I believe that's in the Blue Blood palette as well. Let me double check. Okay, so number 70 is almost right next to Ice Tray, and it is this color right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that color. That's probably one of the hardest colors that I can pan in this palette. Like, it is it's quite an out there color. And I mean, I'm over here, you know, using blues, and even I think that's an out there color. Barely used, as you can tell. I'll try to include close-ups instead of me just showing this to you. It might be a little annoying, and I don't know how the mirror reflecting it is, so I apologize for that. This is a camera that does not have one of those back, like it doesn't have anything that I can see on the side. It doesn't have like a flip. So I'm pretty much blind when I do this, so I apologize. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this color. I'm a little nervous. I don't think I can pan that color, but we'll find out. So far I've loved everything, but that one's a little scary to pull off. All right, so let's move on to the fourth eyeshadow. I'm prepared. 120. All right, so this is further down on the list. Is this in the artistry palette? I'm gonna see. I think it's in the artistry palette. We'll see. So, it's not in the artistry palette. That's wonderful. It's pretty close. So far they've all been really close. There's a lot in this Jawbreaker palette, and I'm telling you, I was not looking forward to panning this one at all, because not only is it just barely used, but two, the colors, there's so many colors in here. And I don't know what to do with that many colors. Like, there's only so many looks that I can do. I would have taken a whole bunch of other ones, but there's colors in here that I just have never ever worn. And shade number 120 is Fuck, and it is this bright neon orange. It almost looks like a pink, but it's very orange in tone. It's just like very neon. And I have no idea how I'm gonna use this. Yikes. I will provide swatches, so don't worry too much about swatches. That's fine. I'll go ahead and provide them at the end of the video, but dang. Okay, last two shades have been pretty tricky. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with some of those. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll post a look. I haven't done my eyeshadow makeup today, so I do plan to do a look with some of these eyeshadows if I can. We'll find out. Let's see what the last shade is. Okay, let's see what it is. 31. Wow, this is probably going to be one of my singles. I'm very excited. Let's see. I'm excited for number 31. So eyeshadow 31 is not a single, but it was really close to being one. It is from my Wet n Wild trio, and this is called Walking on Eggshells, and number 31 is this nice pink shade. It's quite lovely. Very nice, neutral, shimmery. You can't tell so much on camera, but it does lean a little pink. Probably, and you know, those fell down. That's fine. It's fine. I'll pick those up later. It kind of leans a little more pink. Maybe in the swatches or in the close-ups you'll notice it. This will be quite easy because I might be able to just, when I use this shade, just use the whole trio. It's very nice and easy look. I don't know why I haven't used this more, because this is very, it's nice to go, you know, get out the door, let's go start our day, I'm running late kind of shade. So those are the 5 eyeshadows. Now there's gonna be a little twist, because this is not just going to be a pan those eyeshadows. Oh no, no. I'm including eyeliners in this, so y'all better get ready, because I'm gonna include some eyeliners too. Why not? Why not? But yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm gonna include some swatches at the very end, and you know, we'll find out how it goes next month. Right now it's August 15th, so I'll be doing one in September 15th. Stay tuned. Bye. So I finally made a look with my Pan Those eyeshadows, and I think it turned out to be quite marvelous, if I do say so myself. So I ended up putting licorice on the outer crease and kind of blending it out. I put Fuck in the like lid area, and then I touched it up. It was a little sheer, and you can kind of tell by the swatches it is a little bit of a sheer eyeshadow. So I ended up topping it off with a shimmer shade called Snack. So it's nice shimmery, almost like peach color, which was perfect. And then this is the look that I ended up with. I am not great at wing liners. I just want to say that. I apologize. I'm not very great at wings, but I'm practicing. So you know what? People won't notice too much. So I'm just practicing it out since I'm heading out today to just do some errands. I ended up putting some CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara and the ColourPop Punch eyeliner in the bottom, and then for the wing I ended up using the L'Oreal Cat Eyes liquid liner. So that's what I have on my eyes, just so you know. I'm gonna go ahead and run some errands, and I'll see you next month.